didn't even get to bronze.
Alright guys, so I'm a little late with this, I know, but I do want to give my thoughts on this Colin Kaepernick situation about him not standing for the national anthem the other day in the preseason game. I can't remember who they faced, but I'm honestly, in all honesty, I don't have a problem with it. I really don't. I really think everybody's making a big deal of it because it's really nothing to make a big deal about. It's not like the guy's pointing anybody out or saying he doesn't like the country or something like that. He's simply sitting down for the fact that he's not going to stand up for a country that stands. And sadly, I hate to say it, and I'm probably going to get a lot of hate for this, but standing up for a country today that is all for racism. Well, I shouldn't say all for racism, but today a country that where cops are killing sometimes in some cases killing African Americans for no reason. The whole Black Lives Matter thing. To me, this always reminds me of the Rodney King thing back in the day. I wasn't born for it, but I have heard a lot of, understand a lot about it. But, to me, there's no problem that Colin Kaepernick is sitting down. He's just simply standing up for what he believes in. Well, technically sitting down, but he's standing up for what he believes in, and that he's a supporter of the Black Lives Matter. I'm a supporter of Black Lives Matter. Whether you guys believe it or not, I am half black. My mother is African American, so I do have a little bit of a heart. I do have a little bit of a... It touches me to see all this stuff going on with the whole Black Lives Matter movement. And honestly, I would keep sitting down if I were Colin Kaepernick until he sees some improvement, until he sees that the country is changing, until he sees that there is no longer, discrimination or racism going on in this country. He's not bashing the country. He's not saying he disrespects all the men and women that fight for their lives and put their lives on the line to give us what we have in this country. He's not saying that. What he simply is saying is that he's not going to stand up and say listen to a national anthem for a country that is allowing this to happen and just brushing it off like it's nothing. For a country that's allowing a guy like Donald Trump to run for president. That has nothing to do with it, but that might not be a good example, but I'm just giving you my opinion. And that is, I have no problem with it. Everybody out there that's making a big deal of it, it's not that big of a deal. Everyone needs to just calm down. He's not saying F you to the country. He's not saying F you to the troops. I'm not saying that either. I love this country and I love the troops. I have family in the military, and I do stand up for the national anthem. When I was in school, when I go to events and it plays, when I go to wrestling events and they have the national anthem before, I proudly stand up. When I go to Giants games, I stand up proudly, and I do, because I love this country. But I do agree with him. I don't think he should stand up. It's not that big of a deal. Everybody needs to chill out and relax. It's really not that big of a deal.
No, there ain't no stopping us.